Hello Tech Sleuths, you're watching Mystery Curtain, your front row seat to cutting-edge reviews. In this episode, we'll peel back the layers of a brand new device to see what. At around $1,450, the Gigabyte AERO X16 positions itself as a sleek, lightweight laptop designed for content creators who demand both portability and raw performance. Equipped with AMD's Ryzen AI 7350 processor and an RTX 5060 GPU, the AERO X16 promises a lot on paper and, in practice, delivers plenty of highlights, along with some unexpected shortcomings that keep it from being a flawless machine. The first impression of the AERO X16 is strong thanks to its sturdy and modern design. The outer shell and bottom plate are made of metal, giving the laptop a premium and durable feel, while the clean top cover features a subtle Gigabyte logo that reflects its professional focus. However, opening the laptop reveals a plastic inner frame and keyboard deck, which helps reduce weight but lacks the refinement of the metal exterior. The hinge is compact yet does not extend to a full 180 degrees, which can be restrictive in certain workflows. Connectivity is fairly comprehensive with USB ports, HDMI, and audio jacks, though the placement of the 3.5mm jack and right side USB can interfere with an external mouse. More critically, the absence of an SD card slot feels like a glaring omission on a device marketed to creators who regularly handle camera media. Moving to the input experience, the keyboard and touchpad are excellent, and arguably among the best aspects of the laptop. The keyboard offers deep travel, springy feedback, and a comfortable centered layout without a number pad. Even with only single-zone RGB backlighting, it feels both practical and stylish. The touchpad is smooth, precise, and responsive, making it easy to use for browsing, editing, or general productivity without the need for a mouse. The only drawback here is that the dark plastic around the keyboard tends to collect fingerprints quickly. The display is a 16-inch panel with 2560 by 1600 resolution, a 165 Hz refresh rate, and 100% sRGB coverage. Motion looks fluid and sharpness is excellent, making it suitable for gaming as well as creative work. However, the color reproduction leans toward neutrality, rather than professional-grade accuracy, so while it is more than capable for basic photo and video editing, it may fall short for professionals who need exact calibration for high-end work. The biggest strength of the AERO X16 lies in its CPU performance. With the Ryzen AI 7350 running at up to 80 W, the laptop scores around 17,400 in Cinebench R23 multi-core, rivaling Intel's Core i7-12700H and AMD's higher-tier Ryzen 9 chips. Even on battery, the CPU remains powerful and efficient, consistently outperforming expectations in both short and sustained workloads. Unfortunately, this strong CPU is paired with an RTX 5060 limited to 85 W, which constrains its full potential. Benchmarks paint a mixed picture in ray tracing tests. It performs better than some RTX 4060 laptops, but in other scenarios it struggles to match the same cards at higher power levels. Gaming results are solid, with Cyberpunk 2077 running at around 100 FPS with ray tracing, overdrive and frame generation enabled, PUBG delivering 120 to 130 FPS at ultra settings, and Forza Horizon 5 hitting nearly 180 FPS. Creative benchmarks tell a more nuanced story. In Photoshop, the AERO X16 scores impressively high, even beating much more expensive laptops with flagship CPUs and GPUs. In Premiere Pro, however, results are more average, and real-world video export tests reveal a clear weakness. The culprit is the stock 1TB Kingston SSD, which suffers from inconsistent write speeds that sometimes dip to just a few hundred MBs. During large renders, this bottleneck causes long delays in saving or exporting files. For instance, a 20-minute 4K video that could render in 4 minutes took another 4.5 minutes just to finalize to disk. When switched to a faster external SSD, the export time dropped significantly, confirming that the storage is holding back the system. This SSD limitation is the most frustrating aspect of the AERO X16, because it undermines the otherwise excellent CPU and GPU performance. In Lightroom, AI masking is handled quickly, but exporting large raw batches is noticeably slower compared to competing laptops or even MacBooks, which remain more efficient for heavy photo editing workflows. Battery life is average, with the 76 watt-hours pack lasting around 5 hours of YouTube playback or 3 to 4 hours of light productivity. Given the powerful CPU and high refresh 2K display, this endurance is acceptable, but far from a strength. Heat management is generally good, with the GPU staying around 70 to 73 C under gaming loads, though the CPU can peak near 100 C when running at full power. After nearly a month of use, the Gigabyte AERO X16 emerges as a laptop that nails the fundamentals of performance and usability, but stumbles on details that matter most to its target audience. For $1,450, it delivers a superb CPU, strong GPU features, a comfortable keyboard and touchpad, and a sleek, portable design. However, the lack of an SD card slot and the underwhelming SSD drag down its value for serious creators. With a better storage solution and some power balancing between CPU and GPU, the AERO X16 could be one of the most compelling laptops in its class. As it stands, it is still a very capable and stylish machine, but one that feels just short of realizing its full potential.